What we don't want to do is we don't want to talk about moral boundaries. We don't want to talk about what you can do and what you can't do. Let me talk about just how their vision got messed up. So Moses is up there for 40 days. God gives him the 10 Commandments. He comes marching down the mountain. As you see the pictures, you know, he's got them in each hand like this. I want you to know Moses was a buff dude, because if those things were written on rock or granite or something like that, those things were heavy. Did you see how big they looked in those pictures? Man, anyways, he was carrying these things down here, right? And he's walking down with them. And when he gets down to the people, what's going on? They're worshiping a false idol. What is one of the commandments? But no other gods. Right? Come on. Yeah. That's right. You can't have nothing before him. No other idols, no other gods, no other men, no other things. Nothing goes before him. He walks down and dadgummit, right there it is. You know what I find interesting is that a lot of people say, well, the people returned to the gods of Israel. Well, actually, no, they didn't return to the gods of Israel, because this golden calf that they were worshiping was actually a god of the Canaanites. And the Canaanites possessed the land that they were going to. The Canaanites actually possessed the promised land. They were people that lived in it. And so what had taken place is these people were already looking forward to adapting the gods of the land that God was going to give them. They were already casting off restraints. They were already heading the wrong direction because they didn't have any I guess you would say, a push towards the direction they were going to go. God was trying to give them these, and Moses comes down, gets mad, throws the thing down, walks back up, has to stay up there, and God has to give them to him again. And so literally, if nobody wants moral boundaries, because the word morality implies that there's a higher standard that we're all subject to. Does it not? People love to talk about ethics and they love to talk about morals. Why? Because every single one of us can decide what those mean. It's our own interpretation of that. But now morals, if you put moral in there, well, it implies that there's a moral lawgiver. And that there's a standard by which we are to live to. And that puts boundaries on our life, and that puts restrictions on our lives. And where there is no vision, well, the people cast off restraint. But happy is he who keeps the law. The moral decline of America is because the vision of America is changing. You can get upset all you want. I'm telling you, it's happening because the values that we once stood by, president after president after president, are being removed from this country, and the very thing that we put our blood, sweat, and tears into is now non-existent. So now there's no morals because we don't want to be told what to do anymore. There is never a commandment from God that will ever hurt your life. You mean I can't do this? You mean I got to stop that? Listen to me. There is nothing the Lord will put on you that is not for your greater good. Nothing whatsoever. If you will head that direction, when you get there, you will understand why, and you'll be so happy you went that way. But you have to be willing to go there. It's going to put boundaries on your life. The Lord's going to put some restrictions on your life. But those restrictions are there to keep you safe and to keep you blessed. That is what they're there for. Deuteronomy 28, 3 through 9 says that you will be blessed if you obey the Lord your God. That your fields will be blessed, that your children will be blessed, that your vines will be blessed, that all these things will be blessed if you obey the Lord your God. Jump to Isaiah 1:19. Isaiah 1:19 says, if you will obey me, if you'll do what? Obey me. Don't get upset about it. If you will obey me, you will have plenty to eat. Do you want plenty to eat? I do. You will have plenty to eat. But if you turn away and refuse to listen, you will be devoured by the sword of your enemies. Because you cast off restraint, you will perish. You will not survive. Vision gives you these parameters and it gives you these moral boundaries, but it also gives you management boundaries. I think we all need some management in our life. I think I need management in my life. But so many people, I watch them and they live these out of control lives. Their schedule's out of control, their diet's out of control, their money's out of control, their kids out of control. Everything in their life is just out of control. I'm gonna be real honest with you. It's difficult to manage life. It's hard for me, guys. It is a very difficult thing. But if I have no vision for who I am, if I don't have principles by which I've decided to live by, if I don't have goals to where I'm trying to head to one day, then I'm never going to make it anywhere.